If you in there, nigga, I'm ghost.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you want to see the full live stream that this video is from, click the link in the description down below. But before we get into this, make sure you thumbs up and subscribe, and let's get it. So now we got Black Mirror tier list. Now, I added another tier, even though I don't think an episode will probably get into F tier. Maybe like if it's in like D tier or something like that, like, and I'm trying to like even it out a little bit. I don't think much. Like if you see I have bad or forgettable. Now, forgettable could either go for D or C. So if it's forgettable in a way that, you know, it was still good, but like it's still a forgettable episode, decent. If it was forgettable and it wasn't that really special, anything special, it'll go on D. But we got it in, you know, release date order. You know what I'm saying? We got all the way boom, 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 boom. We got Bandersnatched. And we got the 6 seasons. So, GOAT tier. Great. Good. Decent. So decent is like, you know, I enjoyed myself. It was cool. Wasn't the greatest. Wasn't the worst. In the middle. B, kind of in the middle. And a terrible probably won't even be one of the episodes. National Anthem. National Anthems that, you know, the first 2 seasons are the seasons that, you know, started it off with I think it was like a British channel, and then Netflix took over. But you know what I'm saying? You see we got the little pig in the mix. Now look, check this out. We'd probably, hold on. For right now, we'll put it in decent. We might put it in good. I don't think we'll put it in bad or forgettable, but it's, you know, it's the one that started it off. But like we have like more like jaw-dropping like moments throughout the whole entire series. I don't even know why I got these headphones on, dude. But so we're gonna keep it right there for now. We might put it in B. We're gonna have to see. 15 million merits. It's probably gonna go towards the end of B. A lot of people love this episode, and you know, a lot of these episodes are relevant, you know, and one of the reasons why I say like some of them might be like forgettable or decent is like the relevancy, it wasn't as there. Like there was like Metalhead, like you see that they had these little drone dogs, and like you think of that episode. National Anthem, when people talk about certain things, you don't really think of that episode. Like me personally, I'd probably put it in C tier, but when I do these tier lists, I kind of take into account what I think, what I think other people think, and then a mix of like for instance, a more put together film is Empire Strikes Back. And then also a lot of people like Empire Strikes Back as their best film, but a lot of people, especially more recently, are like Revenge of the Sith. So if we're talking about Star Wars, I'll put all of 3 of those into account. So, you know, I remember probably before like season 5, like right around the time like Bandersnatch like area, basically when I started the show was probably, yeah, I remember seeing the trailer for season 4. So season 4 was like when I was up to date with everyone else. Um and back during that time, people would always talk about 15 million merits, but I never really cared for it like that. Um, but you know, it's very relevant with how things are going right now. It's kind of like a look into like some of the aspects of like Wall-E, but like modernized live action and you know, more mature. Entire history of you going in great. It might go in GOAT. We gonna have to see. Also, if you're not like going throughout the whole thing, and you see like, let's say you skip to this part of the video and you're like, it should be in GOAT tier. My rankings are not final until the very end, so it could be right here. We're gonna have to see. It might go in GOAT. I don't think it will go down to B, but you never know. If we get like a whole ranking of greats and GOATs, then and I like it better than the entire history of you, then it might be moved down, but I don't think so. Be right back. I'm not gonna lie. Haley Atwell, you look good. If it wasn't for the scene where you know, she was like, your hands on my breast, I would not know a damn thing about this episode. This episode was not it for me. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Haley Atwell and, you know, some them things stinging, I would not even like be thinking about this episode in the slightest. White Bear, I'm gonna have to put it right there. Yeah, I have to put it right there. Now, why do you, nah, we'll put it probably at the very end of this one or the very beginning of B. Like I said, we're gonna have to see as we go on. But it's funny you're holding a gun. Like, the ending hit you like at the very end. It hit you and it's like, ooh, okay. Hold on. They kind of did something. But I just remember it was so annoying getting through. Like, I just remember, even though this is a character you're not necessarily supposed to necessarily agree with and like, and this, that, and the slightest, but I just remember being like, what are you doing? You're an idiot, this, that, and the third. And granted, like, the character is a despicable person, but I just remember being annoyed until we got the reveal, and okay, cool. But I was still annoyed till we got to that point. But just like that ending, it's probably one of the hardest hidden endings in like the series. I probably, like, as we go on, say ones like endings that hit harder, but like entire history of you can kind of see that ending playing out. There might be little like details here and there where, oh damn, they went that way, but you can kind of see that playing out. The Waldo moment, I'm not gonna lie, I think that's the only one that will go right there. I'm not gonna lie. I think I recall people not liking that episode, and there's some people who's like, oh, it's underrated. And I just remember like watching it and being like, oh, it wasn't really bad, but if I have to literally go back and check it out only a couple years later, like, usually I know, like, my memory is just like, okay, this is that. Okay, I don't want to give complete spoilers, but let's just say, let's say, Red Wedding, season 3, episode 9. Like, I can like think about what happens during certain seasons. The only thing that I kind of get like twisted on a little bit is when discussing like, oh, like people say the first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones, this, that, and the third, and I'm like, well, I like this season, but then I'm thinking, oh, I do like Battle of the Bastards, so then I say season 5, and I'm like, oh no, it's at the end of season 6. So I'm like, okay, I like season 5, some parts here and there, but I think season 5 still decent. But then season 6, but I like Battle of the Bastards. Like, that's the kind of thing that, like, probably the only times where I get things confused. So, like, I say that to say, if I go back and this is one of my favorite shows, and I can't recall a single thing from your episode, you're forgettable. And what I can recall is just people not really liking the episode when I watched it, and then when I watched it I was like, well, it wasn't bad as people said it is, but it's just bad in comparison to the other episodes. So you're only here, you would be probably right there, but you're only here just so we can fill the slot. Now, if somehow we come across an episode, which I don't think we will, that I think is worse than this, then I'll put you up at D tier. White Christmas, GOAT episode, looks like a fucking rom-com, like rom-com poster. Yeah, White Christmas. This is another one that I remember people talking about, like this is the GOAT episode. I like other episodes better, but I acknowledge the fire that is that episode. Nosedive, very, very relevant. Great. I like in the entire history of you better than Nosedive. If you put it higher than that, I can see why, but this was a kind of another one, but not to the same extent where I didn't really care for the character. Like, obviously it's a whole thing of, like, for instance, if I was doing none of this, I was not trying to be like since I was a kid making music and trying to make films and skits and this, that, and the third. If I wasn't trying to do any of that, besides Instagram, and I say Instagram back when I had it, besides Instagram, like, okay, let's just say when Instagram happened, and then as time went on, that would have been my last, like, social media I created. I only have TikTok for content. I wouldn't care about any of that. So, like, from my perspective, trying to relate to this episode of the whole, like, social media thing, I couldn't really vibe with it. It's kind of like when you have a certain theme, but if you do it different genres, like, it has different effect. So, like, this is more, there's some comedy in it, but it's more drama. They kind of did the same thing in I'm about to say Callister. It's kind of the same thing. They're both kind of like Star Trek ripoffs. Seth MacFarlane's show, the what is it called? Well, you know what show it is. It was basically like Star Trek. They had an episode like that. The Odyssey, it's the name of the ship, bro. Let me look it up. But they kind of did that, and it was more along the lines of comedy. The Orville. I knew it was the something and starts with an O, and it was their ship. Playtest. I'm not gonna lie, dude. See, and this is when. Okay, I'd probably say people will put this in great, and some people put it in GOAT. I'd probably say people will put it between SAB. I'd put it above White Christmas, but I know a lot of people wouldn't put it above White Christmas. So therefore, I'll put it right behind White Christmas, but just know my perspective alone, no other people's perspective, and you know, oh the cinematography and this that, like all that aside, if we're just taking alone what I think, I'd put it above White Christmas. Shut Up and Dance is a gold episode. This is a gold episode. It's kind of like a sleeper episode, but this is another one where the end just like hits you like crazy. Playtest and White Christmas, yeah, those two hit you at the end too. But like this one was more effective than these two, just strictly just because I didn't like any characters majority of the episode. But then we get that end and I'm like, oh shit, damn, okay, that's crazy. Wow. Shut Up and Dance, like you just know, like you're rooting for this character, like damn, imagine being in this situation. And you get to the end, you're like, I was rooting for a disgusting human being. The most disgusting human being you could think of. What's the top thing? The top is like pedophile and like the highest form of like abuse, like beating like animals and kids and women like brutally. Those are like the top two like hatest things. And we're rooting for the pedophile in the like who was and then going back and looking at it, it was fucking Braun in this bitch. Who was his character? I think his character did something where it's just like, oh, he just cheated, but he did something else though. It was more than cheated, but like I don't remember. I don't want to say oh he was we looked at him like, oh dude, really? That damn, okay. But he was, I don't want to, because he could do some crazy shit, but I just don't remember. I just remember something about him being married and then messing up his marriage or something like that. But hey, if he just cheated, hey, we're thinking, oh, this guy's, wow, you cheated on your girl? What the fuck, dude? But then we get to the end, and then this nigga's on some different shit. Then you go back and watch it, and you're like, bro, look at how he is with the little girl, bro. San Junipero, great. I have to go like that. Now, relevancy, not really much there, I'm gonna be honest. It's just a feel. You know what? Nah, okay. I know a lot of people like this, so I'll keep it right there. A lot of people like this episode. I mean, I like the episode too, obviously. Like, if I didn't like the episode and a lot of people like it, I would have put it there. Like, if I didn't like White Christmas, I wouldn't put it in GOAT tier, even if like a lot of people liked it. But you know, the relevancy and the ending didn't really hit like that. Upload reactions on the channel. Yeah, hey. Wait till they finish the series. Y'all need to sue Amazon for that upload, man. They bit your whole flow. Men Against Fire. Yeah, we're probably gonna get a lot of great good episodes. Okay, I can't even do it. Men Against Fire. I gotta go right there. See, that was the thing, like, they played it kind of like action horror-esque, and then they brought the drama in. Like, drama's still in there, but they really brought it home at the end. Like, oh my gosh, bro. That one, that was a banger, bro. Hated in the Nation. I'll put it right there. I personally like Hated in the Nation better than 15 Million Merits for sure. Probably better than Nosedive, but I know people who like these episodes more than, than I do. So I'll put them in the same tier, but just put it right behind it. But me personally, if it was just me, I'd go right there. But I'm gonna go right here. USS. Yeah, this one was like, how did this end though? I just see, this is one where like I think the end did hit, but this is one where like, if it was like USS Callister, how I was feeling throughout the duration, and then with White Bear ending, that will be the GOAT episode, bro. Yeah, so the ending wasn't really nothing too crazy, but like, this is USS Callister is probably one of the tensest, one of the time I ever felt the most tense while watching a film or movie or something like that. I'm gonna have to go right there. I wouldn't really say it's the greatest episode, and I don't for sure wouldn't put it at GOAT, but it is. Now hold on. Oh, Archangel. Okay, Archangel. Archangel, I'm gonna have to put. I'm sorry. I think people. This one I'm not too sure about. I think people might put that above Men Against Fire, but Men Against Fire was just like really like crazy, dude. And you can kind of like Men Against Fire, you can kind of in a way put some relevancy in that, and saying how like for instance, there's times where someone will go and fight for whatever country they are in, and they believe a certain thing, just how like they're trying to make them see them as monsters, but they're really a different group of people, and they'll fight for something they believe in, but it turns out it was a lie, whether it be propaganda or maybe they it was their own prejudice, or maybe they, let's say this 20 individuals attack your neighborhood from this city, and you attack everyone in that city instead of those 20 people, whatever it may be. And I come around and these are actually good people, and for him to see that these are actually people and not creatures. Crocodile, I can't lie, bro. I can't lie. This is one where I felt tense too, but like for different reasons. I'm like, yo, get this bitch out of here, bro. She must be stopped. Like, imagine. I'm not even about to get into that. I was gonna, especially since I just dropped my Extraction reaction. That could have been like top tier for me, but Sandro had to ruin it. Like, imagine if we got this and we didn't. Honestly, I wanted another scene where we could have seen more punishment, but obviously she's there, she's getting arrested. But hold on, I feel like I know the old girl she put up. I'm gonna look it up afterwards that she put up on. I feel like she might have played something like in my mind. I can't visualize it, but just how the twists and turns, and then she thinks she made it, then we get to the end and then the police pull up, like, you know what I'm saying? But if she got away, that's how I feel about a lot of characters. When you see me like, oh, this character is so annoying, blah blah blah, it's because I'm like, they're doing a lot of all this bad shit is happening, whether it be for on purpose or accident, happened because of this person, and I know they're probably not going to face any type of repercussions for it. But then I was like, damn, wow, it might be an episode where she gets no repercussions and the police pull up. I'm like, all right, cool. Hang the DJ. Now this is one like San Junipero where it's a feel good thing. I think this one has more relevancy now. San Junipero might have more relevancy in the future. But just in terms of watching it, I like Hang the DJ more. I think people like San Junipero better. I'm gonna have to go like that. Hang the DJ is one of my like, cause it's the only one where you get to actually like feel good. Like San Junipero, there was kind of some feel good, but it was still like bittersweet at the end. Hang the DJ, you kind of, I at least I wanted to see them say hello at the end. So I need to know one thing. The reason I wanted to see that hello at the end. Everything that was going on in the episode, was that in the app? And then when they get like the reason we get that 99 point blah blah blah, this is our first introduction. Oh, I get, yeah, okay, I guess, never mind. It's probably that. Because I was going to say, like, oh, hey, do they have any recollection about what happened? Like, are they that 99 point... Are they the one who got through or whatever? Metalhead. It's decent. It's decent. This one had a better ending. Metalhead was just decent overall. I remember for sure that this one was looked upon less of that particular season that came out. Black Museum, go. I don't care what anyone says. I like Black Museum over White Christmas. I think people put White Christmas above. Like, I think people put White Christmas as their top like episode. But I like Black Museum because they had all the stories come together, and then like, not just in the story, but like within the series. You know, this anthology joint. You know, very very loosely connected, if that. And this one was kind of bringing everything together. Like Black Museum could legitimately, like, I was scared when I watched it, like, oh, this could legitimately be like the final episode. Like that, if you had an episode like that, that could end the series. Now, if you haven't already checked out my reactions, I said, hey, like, hold on. We could even add that to that. I said, basically, if the original creator didn't want to do this, the good thing about Black Mirror is, like, you can name it Black Mirror Reborn, Black Mirror something, whatever it may be, and it's the same concept, anthology, but different creators. If the original creator doesn't come around, like if he doesn't want to do it anymore, different creators, and then whether it be one person per season, one person per episode, a second creator just to continue it. But this is something you could keep going if you really wanted to. Cause it doesn't matter if season 20 episode 5 is the worst episode you ever seen. It don't affect anything else. As long as it don't say, hey, we have to this, and Black Museum actually meant this, and the entire history actually meant this, and then like retconning, you could do whatever. It could be the worst episode ever. It doesn't affect these episodes up here. Bandersnatch, forgettable. You had the little concept of, you know, the little, this is around the explosion of, you know, the Telltale games, Quantic Dream, Supermassive. Like, this was around the explosion of, you know, Telltale's Walking Dead, Batman, Wolf Among Us, Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls. I think this is the year that Detroit Become Human came out. Gaming channel description down below. You had your Until Dawn. They didn't do the Picture anthology yet. Until Dawn. They had something in between those. I can't remember. But yeah, this was around that time period. But, you know, it just didn't capitalize. At least we'll be right back. We had some Haley Atwell breasts, so unfortunately, that's how you get beat out. Speaking of breast and beating out, got Striking Vipers. Striking Vipers. I'll go right there. I'll go right there. Nah. Okay, me personally, right there. But if I'm taking others into account, I have to go right there. I'm sorry. I have to go right there. This is another one. It wasn't really feel good, but it was just, you weren't like, bro, Crocodile was a heavy episode, dude. You weren't going Crocodile level vibes. So I say, and it didn't have an impact like Entire History of You or Men Against Fire, so I have to put it behind there. Smithereens, can't lie, you're forgettable. I can't even do that. I wanted to put it right there, but I literally had to like look it up before starting this stream. About what happened in the episode. Now, the only reason why like I was considering putting it above Be Right Back is because the relevancy of like the whole theme of, oh hey, this whole crazy thing is happening and everyone's just else is in the world's just like, oh, it's whatever. Oh, they said this on Twitter. Cool. Put my phone down. Rachel, Jack, and Ashley too. I hate to do this, Miley Cyrus. I hate to do it, but I have to. You were forgettable. I had to look you up too. I didn't remember. And then when I looked it up, I was like, okay. But this one, nah, I can't lie. You gotta go right there. Haley Atwell, you got beat. I'm sorry. Not because of Miley, but because, especially now, like, bro, with AI and how shit's going on right now, shit's about to be crazy, bro. That's one of the reasons why I'm not really like spamming the music like that. Also, like, I had my mic locked up for like 2 years anyway, but the relevancy is the only reason why I put it high. If it wasn't for relevancy, you'd be right there. Joan is awful. I'll put Joan is awful. I'll put it right here. Like, Joan is awful. Like, imagine like like just one season of a series with Joan is awful's concept. That could be like one of the greatest series like ever created. But like an hour long, not really too much. The reason I say like just a series, like let's say 6 episodes, is because like when I did my reactions, I was like, oh, I didn't know if they're gonna get Cate Blanchett in it, but like they just showed her face, so I was like, oh, okay. Like, imagine if we could have got, like, imagine if we went through the story as Joan, but with different Joans. Like, every episode was a different Joan, and like it was chronologically in order, but like each Joan was different. And then maybe you get to the last episode and it's like, oh, you're not even the first Joan. So then that's when you're, oh shit. Cause like I already said towards the middle of reaction, I was like, turns out she's not the first Joan, and I was right. Lock Henry. I'm trying to think. Yeah, Lock Henry. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna go right there. It was a good episode. Um, but I wasn't messing with the girlfriend. She was on some different shit. She was on some clout chasing shit. She was on some uh thirsty for fame type of timing, but I wasn't going for that. The ending. Oh, and she was just like making like dumb decisions and stuff like that. The ending wasn't really the greatest, but like it wasn't bad. Like when I say it wasn't really the greatest, like it didn't hit like White Bear or Men Against Fire or Shut Up and Dance. Like it didn't hit at the end like that. Beyond the Sea. Beyond the Sea could have been a banger. But if you haven't seen my reactions, go check it out. What did I say? Bro, like listen. You have Coaches coming in your man's crib, murk the fam. Okay, and then you have him. I See You, Anthony Mackie, Black Bears, not Black Mirror. Ultra Carbons, one of my favorite shows, even though I only got 2 seasons of that in a spin-off anime, but I don't remember what y'all called it, but let's just say sleeves. Man puts on your sleeve, goes down, blah blah blah. Then he comes onto your baby girl. I mean, it is your body, but whatever. Like, I'm not like, if you said, hey, don't be with her, whatever, I can understand. And if you said, hey, every once in a while, just so you're not feeling too alone, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I can understand if you went either way. But you said, no, forget either of those choices. She's mine in every way. And you were dissing. I'm like, bro, y'all just stated that it's a 2-person job. Y'all have to do this together. So there's only 2 choices of something happening. What actually happened and him getting y'all killed. Either or was bad decisions unless you went with one of the 2 options that were presented, but you decided, nah. I wasn't going to say, oh, hey, just stay away from her, blah, blah, blah. Or, hey, you know what I'm saying? You wasn't really messing with your girl like that. And man's just feeling a little lonely. Just, once or twice, let him, let him experience a little something. None of those choices. No, let me completely go off on my man. Now listen, like I said in my reaction, once we step back on Earth, we're throwing the ones. You didn't even wait till you got like within reasonable distance of the planet. Like if you could literally see Earth and Earth was a day or 2 away, okay, debatable. Like, okay, all right, I can do this myself the rest of the way. Maybe, I don't know. I'm saying this like I'm a pro pilot. I'm not saying that, but no. Hey, we're lost in space. Lost in space reactions on the channel. We're lost in space. Let me it's a 2-person job. Let me go off of my man who lost his whole entire family, murdered in front of him, and he could do nothing about it. So that had to place it down. But other than that, I'd have to put it right there. Like these didn't have these had things. Okay, it could have been more. It could have had a more impactful ending. This one. What am I saying? Oh, but they didn't have anything that really brought it down. It was just, it could have been more. And in this one, it could have been more, but I just didn't like it as much as the rest of Beyond the Sea. Y'all know, I like my sci-fi. Maisie Day. Even though it's kind of disgusting being in the shoes of paparazzi. Like, bro, how does Maisie Day come out in Nightcrawler and you want to be a paparazzi, bro? Holy skadoodle. But I can't lie. No pun intended, they ate, but hold on, no. I gotta put you right there. Like, both in both Maisie Day and Beyond the Sea, a character made a stupid decision, but like at least the revelation of the werewolf thing was like more crazy. But why, like, she tried to grab the cop's gun. If you didn't try to grab the cop's gun and, you know, I can't really say about the paparazzi thing, like, but if you didn't try to grab the cop's gun, it would have, the episode probably would have been like right here maybe. But you tried to grab the cop's gun. That was the stupidest thing you could have done. Not even, sir, can you get out your gun? Like, there's something. It's a beast. Like, whatever you wanted to say, but you was like, oh, we had. Like, that was the dumbest shit you have ever done, and you had to be the one who survived at the end, bro. That's what I was talking about with Crocodile. Like, your decision. Like, I would have been flaming you more if Zazie Beetz didn't play. If some random actress played it, I would have been on your head top. All right, Demon 79. Demon 70. It was a good episode. I'll put it right here. It wasn't really nothing too crazy. So let's let's do it like that. Do it like that. Okay. That. See, it eventually got up the GOAT tier. I can't put Hated in the Nation and Decent. I need it still in good. So the good, that's what we're gonna get for good. Hang the DJ, I like it a lot, but I can't put it in GOAT tier. So great, boom. So these first three tiers, this is what it is. I'll probably go like that. So we can get rid of. No, we'll keep it like that. Yeah, it's a pretty good list if I do say so myself. So, like I said, this is adding what I think. This is adding what I've heard from others. So, me, audience, and like, obviously, like, let's say, film-wise, Empire Strikes Back is more put together than Revenge of the Sith. We didn't really have to take that into account with so many other, like, so many of these. I probably say the only thing that we really took into account in that aspect is like how powerful the ending was. Black Museum, powerful ending. White Christmas, powerful ending. Playtest, not the greatest, but like still powerful. Crocodile, it was just crazy the whole way through. Entire history, you know, it's just there was never really like what's going on moment. Hang the DJ, feel good, powerful ending. Good time, but not a feel good. Maisie Day, you almost had it. Beyond the Sea, it was powerful, but like how we got to that point was no bueno. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Thumbs up, subscribe, stay tuned for the next one, and I'm out. Peace.